Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Maine Sim Racing Series for 100 laps of Richmond. I am JP. I'll be joined in the booth by Mr. Jim Cunningham here this evening. No, Kenton Sportak is off doing Kenton Sportak things. I'm not quite sure what he's up to, but he's off somewhere for this evening. So we have got Jim in the booth. Richmond itself, well, it's going to be very, very interesting indeed. 3/4 of a mile on a circuit, 4 turns, banking 14 degrees, 8 degrees on the front stretch, 2 degrees on the back. And we've got 100 laps here this evening for you to contend with. We are going to be doing it this way. 2-lap qualifying, top 20 lot in, and we've got last chance qualifying after that, where the ones outside of that will take place in a 20-lap qualifying session. Then we'll go into a 100-lap feature. Yellow flags or caution laps do not count. Okay, so they do not count. So we will see the drivers flicking in and around the screen, but we have just entered into qualifying. We'll see how these guys get on once more. We have got a Christmas paint scheme session running at this moment in time as well. So I will stick a poll up for your favourite paint. Tyler Connolly, Matt Mingo, Rick Thompson Jr. and David Greenleaf are the ones with their Christmas paints on. So keep an eye out for them, and you can let us know which one is your favourite. But let's bring Jim into the booth. Jim, welcome in. How are you?
Doing great, James. And I'm actually really thrilled I got to come do this race with you tonight. I don't know, I'm not sure what Keaton's up to, but I'm from the South. I love short track racing. I love Richmond, and I grew up watching late models and super late models race every weekend. This is the kind of racing I grew up going to the track and watching, so I love this stuff.
Yeah,
fantastic.
It should be a good one. I think that's the thing here. You know, Richmond itself, very difficult circuit, and these guys are going to have to contend with that. I think overall it's going to be very, very interesting indeed to see what and how they handle this circuit. You know, I think that's going to be one of the things that we're going to take a look out for, whether or not they're going to be able to go too wide, whether or not they're going to be able to, you know, go as they normally would do here. You know, it's a tough circuit, Richmond.
Very tough. It's built like a speedway, like a super speedway, with the D shape. It's got reasonable banking in the turns, which makes it a bit of fun. But it's slick. And while we were getting ready for the broadcast, I was watching the guys out on track, and it seemed like these cars were super loose out there. So that's going to be fun. And then of course we've got the new dynamic that iRacing added with this latest update this week, and we've got the marbles. And as you can see, as they go around the turns, you can see these marbles are already building up from practice and now qualifying. And you know, that's going to throw a whole different dynamic in it. I was doing some oval track stuff earlier in the week, got up in the marbles and slid right up into the wall. Yeah, that's a whole new dynamic, and especially on these short tracks, if people don't start running high in this race, their marbles are really going to build up. Now, if they spread out, and some guys are running high, some guys are running low, we'll keep the marbles to a minimum because they'll pick them up and kind of clean them off. But if they run this track one groove early on, you're going to see the marbles form up to where it's a one groove racetrack.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's the thing. I think it's going to be running down, and on the circuit, I don't think they're going to be able to do a 2-lap sort of a too wide scenario. We might see it, but I think it's going to be very difficult to hold that outside line there as well. We haven't got long left of qualifying. We've only got one car out on track at the moment, and that is Mr. Ed Connolly is out on the circuit. Before we can bring you up the grid, qualifying has not got long left at all. In conjunction, we've got about 10 seconds left on that one. I'm just going to be interested to know if they're going to lose the last chance quali, as there is only 23 drivers on the racetrack. I think it'll be going straight into the race for the 100 lap feature here as well. So stay tuned, and then we will let you know what the situation is as we have got the checker flag rising. It does look like they're actually still going to do the last lap quali with 3 drivers, which I am quite surprised about for a 20 lap race. But let's see how they all go here as well, and whether or not they're gonna go out. Nobody is on the grid at this moment in time, so I can't show you anybody. We see the iRacing pace car on track, but there's no drivers. So just waiting for final confirmation on what the situation is. And
they might be sorting it out themselves.
Yeah, I think so. There's no... Thing is, you're still going to get cars into the skipping the last chance qualifying. So there we go. We'll have to wait for this session to flip over before we get going here as well. Have you done much around Richmond?
I have, actually. I do. Last season, season before last, I ran the 87 NASCAR Legends cars, and we raced Richmond. And I've raced trucks here and also Xfinity cars. So yeah, I've got some experience here. No, I haven't run it in a late model, but it wouldn't be too horribly different than a truck or the 87s even.
You know, the obvious thing I can see right now at this racetrack where we're going to have the most incidents. If you look coming out of turn 1, you can see on the right-hand side of your picture that people have hit the wall and gone skidding down into the inside. Now, if you also look on the opposite side of that, they've come out of 3, hit the wall by the start-finish line and gone skidding down onto the inside as well. So you can guarantee tonight, if we see any incidents, Jim, they're going to be in them 2 parts with the the tire tracks.
That's absolutely correct, and that's just a sign that these cars get loose coming off the turn, and either they push up and hit the wall, or they that the rear end will kick out and they'll end up catching and coming down the track and hitting the inside. Like I said, I was watching them in warm-ups before qualifying started, and they were holding, the rear ends were swinging out on these things pretty bad, which means you really got to have some throttle control.
A little bit worried while the pace car is driving around on his own. Give me 2 secs on that one.
Well, I hope it's not like that incident that happened at Talladega when a drunk fan got in the pace car and stole it and drove it around the track.
Cool. Well done.
That
would be epic.
It really did happen. That's a true story. There was a drunk fan got in the pace car and stole it at Talladega and started driving it around track.
Nice. I think that would be very, very interesting to watch indeed. I think how he got on. Did he last a few laps, or what was? I've seen the video, but I don't remember now. It's been so long. They weren't too friendly with him when they got him out of the car, though. I'm absolutely positive he went to jail. So there's that. Okay, we're just waiting for them to advance. They've got to wait for the pace car to go into pit road, which it is just about doing now, and then hopefully it will be skipped on to the race session, and we'll see what goes on that one. I haven't stuck a poll up of Christmas paints. Now, obviously, you haven't seen all the Christmas paints, guys, so I will put there on there. 23 people we have cardiac racing in this one. I will show you the Christmas paints once they get all onto the racetrack. I had a little bit of tech issues, so currently I was a bit late getting in on that one. Also, stealing a pace car is legendary. Cardiac, I agree. I think that would be absolutely insane to see.
I mean,
I don't suggest going to do that, Jim, but it would be insane to watch.
yeah, I'll have to dig up the video at some point and send it to you. But yeah, I don't even remember. It was back in the '80s, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been years ago, but that was probably before security was as heavy, and it was probably a little easier to sneak down on the track. I don't remember the circumstance. It's been a long time, but I definitely remember him stealing the pace car and lapping in it for sure.
Did he win?
In the end, probably not. He won a ride to jail for sure.
Yeah.
And
So
imagine explaining that one to you. Imagine explaining that one to your wife. Honey, can you come bail me out of jail? I stole the pace car at Talladega, and I'm in jail now.
Do you know the interesting thing, though, right? You say that. That would be a story for the grandchildren, wouldn't it? That would absolutely make them
I would actually like to see an interview with that guy today, reflecting back on that.
Oh, dear me. I absolutely agree on that one. We've got a brief warm-up. I think that may get advanced as well. My dad told me about that when we were watching a race a few years ago, and I laughed about it for hours. See that, dude? Do you know what, Cardiac? That would be me. I will sit back and I will chuckle about this for a very long time about the fact of he went and stole a pace car, because I just think that is absolutely epic, and definitely something that I probably suggest people don't do, but it would be funny anyway.
If I know you haven't been to Talladega, there you go, right there, loose off of 3.
Definitely.
Or that might have been one. I mean, it might have been 2, but yeah, loose off both these 2 and 4. Look, there's another one.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting race tonight. By the way, speaking of that, you said cautions do not count tonight.
No.
I could have swore that I read that they changed that and cautions do count now, but I don't know where I read it.
Okay. Let me check. Chris messaged me, you see, during the week, and I'm pretty sure, unless his message has changed,
I don't know.
Yellows do count. That's what I've got. Now let me just check with Chris. He'll be able to tell me.
Yeah, do count. So the caution flag labs do count.
Do count or do not?
Well, you said just now what you read.
What have I read? It said, yes, yellows do count. Sorry, losing me marbles on that one. So they do count here as well.
You got an excuse. It's past your bedtime.
It is very much. That is a horrible field of view.
That
what
is
the
terrible.
Dearie me. Let me just see why the warm-up is on, guys. I've just got to try and sort that out. That is absolutely horrendous. There is no way somebody can drive that far back. I'm clearly thinking that might be in my settings on that. Let's see if we can get him a little bit further. There we go.
There we go. That's better.
That's better. Look at that. Nice and swift.
That thing was made from my arms. Oh my goodness! They're bunching them up.
Yeah, there's Tyler Connolly's Christmas paint, everybody. I did say we'll bring you up the Christmas paints. That is Tyler Connolly's. Don't forget the poll is open in that one. So Tyler Connolly's paint is there. There's David Greenleaf's. Got a Christmas tree on the side there as well. Minimalistic, but it's not the point. It's the taking part. Matt Mingo is in full Christmas spirit. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, me too. Red chrome with a snowman on one side and Santa Claus on the other, and yeah, I like that. I
do like that one. The other one, of course,
probably shouldn't be influencing the voters like that, but I really like that one.
Yeah, I like that one as well. And then we've got Rick. Oh, trust me, Rick Thompson is behind in pit lane. Not quite sure why Have a look. Can I see? Oh, I can't see his car. Come on, Rick. On that one.
Apparently, the camouflage here is that guy's going deer hunting for Christmas.
Absolutely on the right hand side there. I think
That's his Christmas delivery. He's going deer hunting.
Yeah. First time tuning into MSRS. Looking forward to some awesome racing. Matt with a chrome goes great. See, I do like it, doesn't it? It looks good, but don't tell anybody we've told you to do that.
I know, right?
You know what I mean?
I know.
I'm trying to find why Rick qualifies for Christmas paint. Not sure on that one. Rick Thompson Jr.
Well, that's Santa Claus right there. A blurry picture of him.
Yes, there we go. Well, have a look. Wait for him to get out on track. Maybe we can get a better picture on that one. But I've got to be honest. Good on Matt Mingo is looking a little bit gorgeous. So look at that, chroming it up here as well. We're going to wait for 5 minutes of warm up, and then we're going to go into the grid. So there we go.
Oh, the one in front of him that's like a Christmas delivery also.
No. No, we're going to Christmas trees. That's what we want.
We want trees.
We want trees and snowmen and elves and whatever you want for Christmas. I don't know. Whatever you Santa Claus for as well. To be blatantly honest.
I know what I put my request in for. Boy, that 5 car is having a rough time. That's the 3rd time he spun during this warm up.
I put mine in as well. Not quite sure if Santa was nice, to be blatantly honest. If Santa was that nice, he could have paid for the wife's.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think, unfortunately, that's probably cost me a fortune on that one as well. I do have to do some Christmas wrapping. That reminds me, I have to take her presents out of hiding.
No, me too.
And do some wrapping. I do have one that's somewhere in the world at an airport, apparently, of something I've ordered as well, so not quite sure when that's going to turn up whatsoever. Hopefully it will turn up soon. Cardiac, are you ready for Christmas? Tell us there, sir. Let us know if you are up and ready and if you've got everything you need. Don't obviously tell us what you bought the wife. You never know, she might be watching with you. Sat next to you, or girlfriend, or...
I could absolutely reveal mine and guarantee my wife would not know what she would not hear.
See, this is the thing, Jim. My wife's sneaky because every now and then she'll send me a picture and go, look what I'm watching, and it's me commentating on a broadcast. And then I can guarantee at this time of night, I would say she's upstairs asleep snoring, right? But I just never know. She might, be sat there watching. To be fair,
well, since we've been on the phone, we've been in the booth here for a little while. I know that she was up a few minutes ago.
Exactly.
Because your dog escaped and she had to go chase it down. So.
Yes, that's what I mean. It's sneaky. You see, sneaky. Yeah, we try and I'm not going to reveal, but let's bring you up the grid for the 100-lap feature. Joey Israelison will be on pole position. Then you've got Tyler Connolly and David Weir, Adam Jocelyn, Rick Thompson Jr., Brian Conover, Matthew Venant, Owen Bridges, Thomas Brackett, Cole Watts rounding out the top 10. Then you've got Gabriel Ngouli and Dustin Pickle in behind that. Moving on, David Greenleaf, Jason Ricker, then you got Brian Treadwell, Justin Gallo, Ed Connolly, Dan DeSanto, Rob Weymouth, and Roy Sprague rounding out the top 20. Then Leighton Levitt and Matt Mingo, of course. No Chris here this evening on that one. Right, let's bring up Rick's. Where are you, Rick?
So if I read that right, this whole field that actually qualified is within a second of each other.
Pretty much.
That's going to make for some interesting racing tonight.
It will, yes. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. Right, there's Rick Thompson. As you can see, he's got Santa on the side there, mixing it up. I do like it. It's a different interpretation, isn't it, of the way a Christmas paint should go. Look at it. Look, Santa's in the back end there as well. I like it. So to pick it, we'll leave it up I don't know, for the whole race, why not? There's no harm on that one. It's not going to hurt anybody at all, whether or not we leave it there. It is the Christmas pace. We'll leave it up for the race duration. As you can see, Tyler Connolly's there from Piston Broke Racing is right in it with, see, that's Christmassy, snowflakes and everything else. It looks good on that one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, get ready as we're going to cover 100 laps of Richmond. Let's see if that outside line with the likes of Tyler Connolly, Adam Jocelyn, Brian Conover and Owen Bridges can get down into the guys in front. They've got to be able to drop down on the outside line here as well. So let's keep an eye out and see how these get on. There is the pace truck as we go on board with Tyler Connolly. Stands on the right hand side. Marble's going to be all over the place. Joey Israelison's got the prime seat sitting in the inside line. You can see there currently at the moment. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be interesting. We've got one more to go here, Jim. What do you reckon? What's going to happen?
Well, there's no doubt the guys up on top are going to have to get to the bottom because there's a lot of marbles up there, and their tires have not cleaned them off during these pace laps because they're not hot enough yet to pick them up and just disperse them around. So as you're going to watch, they're already coming down the track. Look there.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are green. Israelison still got the inside line. It might be better if Tyler was to drop off a little bit and try and come into the gap. He is trying to nose his way in very, very slowly. He's got Tyler Connolly on in the second place now. He did manage to settle in. Danny Weir in behind, Adam Jocelyn in behind that with Rick Thompson in there as well. Very, very interesting start. Joey Israelison did what he had to do. He got out in front. More importantly for Tyler Connolly, he did what he had to do and he had to get in that bottom lane.
Yeah, he did. He got right down there and that worked out well. It looks like the guys that were in the outside lanes might have lost a spot or two here or there, but it seems like they all got down without losing too much. Oh, got the first one around here. Oh,
that's not a caution.
No caution.
If he keeps going backwards, he's going to get DQ'd.
He is going to get DQ'd quick. I did that the other day.
He will get DQ'd if he keeps going backwards, Matt Mingo. They don't like it. It is not loved whatsoever. Well, he can't turn around, Jim. That's the problem. He can't spin the car around, can he? Because of where he is. He's in pit lane now.
He better stop now.
Yeah. I would get that car spun round if I was Matt as well. We might win the Christmas plate vote, but he ain't going to win driver of the day, is he, on that one? Unfortunately for Matt and there, but Joey Israelison's still out in front, but it is tough. I think for Matt at the moment, he had to get that car turned round. The problem was you can't turn it round, and it didn't throw a yellow, which I'm very, very surprised about.
Well, two things there. First of all, I'm shocked he didn't get DQ'd. You don't have to back up very far down pit lane before they'll DQ you. And secondly, I don't know why he didn't just stop on the track and let the caution come out. I mean, I get that he was trying to get out of the racing line and everything, but on a short track like this, his race is over.
Well, the thing is, you've obviously got,
Well, you got Lucky Dog. He does have a chance. But, again, if that's me, I'm sitting there and I'm going to let the caution come out.
But it depends if it was solo. I think that's the problem. We could have a look back and see what Matt got up to. Is it solo for Matt, or is it all? Oh. No, it looks like it's going to be all on his own on the inside. Was there contact? Oh, he got loose. Nope. And then he hit the 10 car. And of course, that was Dustin Pickles on it. Oh, it wasn't Dustin Pickle on the outside. Who was in that 10 car?
10 car is... Dustin Pickles in the 10.
It definitely is not him. Nathan Levitt, nope, go back 3. No, I can't work out who that was. Clearly the paint did not match. Caution is out now.
Wonder what brought that out.
Whoa, there it was.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that tonight, James. I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of cautions tonight.
Whoa.
That right there, that's a classic late model thing right there, because the noses are so sloped on these cars, they run right up under the back and will jack the car. Look at all those marbles, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they hit, you can't bump draft in these cars for sure. As soon as you get that nose goes right under the car in front and just jacks it right up, lifts its rear tires right off the ground.
Oh, whoa.
Yep. Yeah,
Mapped into the wall, Greenleaf.
Yeah. That's it's one of two things.
Weird.
Well, he was fighting, trying to counter steer that thing, and it just come on around on him.
Yeah, caution number 1. Here on lap 7.
Why don't we take a little poll and see if people in live chat want to guess at how many cautions we're going to have tonight?
Well, we got one poll running. You can't run 2 at the same time.
Well, they can just comment. We don't have to. We don't have to make it an official poll or anything. Just give us your opinion, what you think.
It's always official because the win. You know what I mean? Look at all the dirt on the inside there as well. Let us know if you think how many cautions you think as well. Cardiac, give us a shout. Let us know how many you reckon are going to take part and how many cautions we're going to have. At the moment, Matt Mingo is drawing Rick Thompson on the votes there. So Rick there in the number 70 car.
That's a good looking car.
Do you know the thing is with that? Do you know what that reminds me of? That Santa picture. It looks like he stole it off the Coca-Cola lorry.
He may have. The Coca-Cola Santa is definitely a classic Santa, especially in the United States. There's been years of that line of commercials around Christmas. So.
Yeah, I think it definitely looks like the Coca-Cola Santa to me on that one. Pace car lights are off, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get back up and going. And green once more, ready to go. Hold on to your hats because it's, as you can see, going to get very, very spicy indeed as they come out of turn 2. Who's your favourite so far for your Christmas livery?
Ooh, man, I like the chromed up one, the one we've been talking about. That's my favorite.
I think the thing is, Matt, with the chrome, we'll get this race going before we carry on this conversation about the Christmas liveries. I do like Tyler's livery. I can't be honest. It's more Santa-y. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, into the Geico restart zone. We are green, green, green. As, Israelison's going to leave that high side open. He's diamond off the corner. Manages to hold on to it. I tell you what, he took a chance there, Chip, because Tyler nearly went underneath it.
Yeah, yes. I like that line, that diamond line, but it's hard to run that when somebody's right on you like that because they will stick their nose down there and then you're going to end up colliding with them. But it looked like he got a really strong run off the corner with that diamond, and he certainly pulled it off and had plenty of room when he did.
Yeah, he did. He gave a little bit more of a conventional line this time around for Israelison. As you can see there, a little bit more conventional, runs the inside behind that. Connolly there as well, sitting in that number 11 machine, just heading into turn 2 at the moment. We are on lap 14 of 100. And so you can see Joey Israelison is out in front. Cole Watts is battling in the back here in that 27. He's got Brian Treadwell underneath him. Treadwell was involved in something right at the beginning that resulted in him going off the side of the circuit, but he's now up and running here once more. And I think he's going to try and battle his way back through the field, up 5 places. Jason Brecker is up 7 places currently at this moment in time. What has gone on? Somebody is dropping down the order backwards and forwards. The places go here, Jim. Very hard to count.
Oh yeah, there's so many that look like a position swap just because they're running side by side like that. Yeah, in fact, Ricker is he keeps jumping from 6th to 7th. Places moved up just because of that. But yeah, he's really climbed up nicely in the field. He seems to have his car set up where it's working under these conditions. I think these are fixed setups these guys are running, so there's not a whole lot of adjustments you can do other than brake bias on these cars if they're running fixed setup. No tire pressures or anything. Now, if they're open setups, there's a ton of stuff you can do. But that diamond line we were talking about real quick, what that does when a race car is really loose on one of these ovals, is you make the majority of your turn at the highest part of the banking, and then it gives you more of a straight line coming off the turn, which is easier to put the power down because you don't have the wheel turn near as much.
Yeah, absolutely. I can confirm it is a fixed setups here as well. LJ's at YouTube, announces for a virtual event. Oh yeah, brother. He says there as well. Welcome in, LJ. Thanks so much for joining us. Look at the channel. The whole channel is dedicated to commentary on virtual racing. So like and subscribe, dude. While you're there, turn on the bells. There's plenty more racing coming up before, and I can tell you what, January is going to be one heck of a month here on JPB. We have got races coming from everywhere. At some points we're live 4 times a day, so come and check us out on that one as these guys continue to fight once more on that inside line of Richmond, that conventional line here. Cole Watts is having a nice little bit of a ding-dong going into turn 3 as they're coming through turn 3 and 4. You can see Watts is leading the chain with Pickle, Bridges, Treadmill, Ricker all in this one at the same time. That's a great shot of these guys racing around this circuit. I think, to be honest, Jim, I'm more of a lover when it comes to NASCAR sometimes of being out on track than you are watching it, but there are just some races like Richmond, like Bristol, like Martinsville, like Dega, like Daytona. You've got to sit there and watch, because some of the racing here on virtually, whether it's virtual or not, just looks absolutely amazing.
Well, I tell you what I just picked up here in the last lap or two. You'll notice these guys are starting to move up the track.
Treadmill's in the wall.
Big time.
Yep.
He hit it hard too. Then he got jacked up from behind. Usually that doesn't hurt you too bad, the jacked up from behind part, but he popped the wall pretty good. Yeah, he's got damage.
Bridges got jacked up as well from Gallo behind, I think. He's got steering wheel not moving on that one. He looks like he's in a pretty bad state.
Oh yeah,
here as well. Damaged as hell. Out onto the marbles he goes. He's got to get that car down. It's going to be very difficult. He's going to have to call it out on voice chat, I think, as well, because otherwise somebody's going to run that inside line. Is he going to make it into the pit lane? He is. Yeah. So Bridges in pit lane. Liked and subscribed. Oh, you're a superstar. Well done for you. Thank you so much. Right, Christmas pole, don't forget, is still running of liveries. And at the moment, Tyler Connolly, who we're on board with now in that blue and snow with Santa and Rudolph and trees and everything else on it, with lights. It's even got lights on it as well. Looks absolutely amazing as well. Obviously, these cars don't have lights, Jim. They've got stickers.
Yes. No real headlights here. So, but yeah. So what surprised? I think what happened there was, I think he was holding himself out on track, trying to wait for hoping that a caution would come out. But because he's now going to be, you go down a lap so fast here, it's unbelievable. Even if you don't have major damage, you go down so fast.
Oh, dude, they're running literally 22 seconds, 23 seconds lap. There's no way in hell that you're not going to go down on a lap either. The question will be is where you're going to rely on your pit strategy, whether or not you think you can get to the end, whether or not you believe you can get to the end, or can you even get to the end? That's going to be the thing. There's so much to take it into consideration. The tyre change rule isn't enforced. It's completely up to the drivers in it. Now, I know we've seen a couple of times where they haven't changed tyres, as I think back to, it wasn't Stafford they did it, it was in late models, I'm sure. It might have been Stafford as well, that Jocelyn Greenleaf and Israelis Busby didn't change tyres. But I think when you've got a short track and with these races, I find it very interesting because they're kind of at that middle of the mark on length. You're not too long where you've got to worry about tyres, or you're not going to get them. You're bullying him, you're bullying in Jocelyn, bullying Danny Weir off that inside line. Yeah, he is at the moment.
That is classic short track racing, man. You get up behind them, take a little air off their rear spoiler, they slide up a little bit, and you put your nose in there. That's what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but part of that, James, is it depends on the track. This track's pretty wide, and it clearly, as noticing, some of these guys are starting to run up the track a little bit into the second line. So that means the marbles are starting to clear a little bit. And so tires at a place like this is probably pretty important. If you can get some late tires with, say, 20 or 30 to go, you've got enough room to get back to the front. You go to a Stafford or a South Boston or one of these type places in a late model, and you just can't get back to the front. You lose that track position. Track position is more important than tires in places like that. But when you got a bigger track like this, 3/4 mile, pretty wide, this track, you could probably take tires with 25, 30 to go and get back up to the front, because tires make that big of a difference at a track like this.
Yep, you can see all the marbles are appearing on the outside as well. Some of these guys,
Another one in the wall.
Running the wall there. Yellow flag is out as well.
That caution came out quick. Was that?
No, it's this one. Treadwell.
Oh, and then he hit the wall again after that. That's what we saw, huh? Yeah.
That's a little bit of a horrendous one. Is there a required number of pit stops? No. Cardiac, there is not a required number of pit stops at all. You could do one if you feel like you have to. You could do none if you really are brave enough and you think your tyres are going to last. We might see a few dive in now due to the fact that obviously the pace car's out as well, which means that they're going to lose less time. I wouldn't be surprised if the pit lane was open, that a few are going to come in right across the marbles. It's Raylison, you sneaky. Put the old pit stop dummy.
So he crossed that yellow line. Will that be a penalty or no?
No, I don't think so. It does say he entered pit lane.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He was, watch. See that yellow line right there that runs beside the other? Yeah, I got to think that's going to be a penalty. I mean, I don't know the rules in this series, but you see there's a commitment line there to the inside of the regular yellow line, and he crossed that. And he was inside of that, and then he crossed back over that. So I don't know. We'll see.
Let me just find out.
I know what he was doing. He was trying to bait him up and, get those fast guys behind him to lose some track position.
Yeah, just trying to find out on that one what's the series rules.
Seems like it would have appeared somewhere already, though.
Yeah, I think he might have. He would already know. I'm just checking with steward, Mr. Chris Fortier, who is race controlling, should we say, for this one. Look at the marbles all over that racetrack as well. Soon it's just going to be 100% marble covered. They're going to be absolutely horrendous for this. They're going to line up ready to go. Pace car lights are still on. We'll see what goes on when he crosses over the line and whether or not the lights are going to go off. They do generally do short yellow flag runs, and we'll see if it goes on.
They'll double file back up, right? These are double file restarts.
Double file restart will kick in if his lights are going off. There you go.
So do we not have a lucky dog? I guess not, huh? I didn't see anybody come whipping around and pass the pace car, so I'm assuming we don't.
Wave arounds and lucky dogs are on. It depends if anybody who was in the accident was the lucky dog, which was David Greenleaf, who was in the accident. So he wouldn't have got it.
Yep. All right then. Well.
Right. Into turn 3. These guys go once more. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen, because very, very shortly we are going to be green once more into that restart zone. There we go, as Raylison did not get off the start. This is Connolly's line. Line, can he get down on him? That's going to be the question. Tyler Connolly on this one, he's trying to edge him out. He's trying to edge him as Raylison's trying to come back at him. This is the run, Jim. He's got to get there.
He got him. I think he got him. No, he slipped up. Oh, my goodness, look at this.
He's done him. He get underneath him. He can't let him come back though. That's the problem. Connolly's got to go down. Israelisson sending it in on him. He's going to force Connolly high and wide on the exit. He's going to push him up. There you go, right into the wall. Israelisson still muscling him out here. Connolly's got to try and lean on him. Lean on the inside of him. Israelisson's got him. Now switch back on him. I thought he had the run. I definitely thought Connolly had the run to come underneath Israelisson on that one.
I guarantee you right now, if you're in Connolly's car, you could hear his tires screaming after 3 laps on the outside like that, trying to fight for that position. Man, he guarantee you he overheated his tires right there. He's going to have to give him a lap or two to cool back down. That was fantastic. And I tell you what, Connolly must really trust Joey because he was running inches off Joey's front bumper and Joey never hit him. So see, he's in his tires are hot right now. He's struggling a little bit. It'll only take a lap or two though. They'll come back.
And they'll get nestled down and then come back up. But at the moment, Danny Weir's going to force Connolly off that inside line.
Yeah,
he's got to come. He's got to try. And the thing is, even though his tires are hot, he's still got. Yeah.
See. That's what Joey didn't do to him, and he put a lot of trust in Joey because that could have easily happened as hard as they were racing earlier. That ended up costing the 35 there. Weir, he dropped back only one spot, maybe 2.
It's going to be 2 now because I tell you what, Thompson Jr. is going to get underneath him. He is going to get underneath him coming out of turn 4. Junior's got the inside line. Rick Thompson. Is he going to be able to just run it in a little bit hot, or is he going to let Weir take the? It's allowed him to take the spot. The thing is, I think this is the thing, right? We say rubbing is racing, and that is it at the end of the day. Carnage in the background. What went on there? Is that Ricker in the middle? In that number 9, it was Jason Ricker in the middle of that
43?
one. Yeah, Greenleaf as well. Gallo got a little bit of a punt.
Yeah, Gallo. Is that Gallo? He's tore up. He's. Is that how you say that? Gallo? Maybe?
Yeah, Gallo.
Gallo? Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't told me anything different. There you go. He's going to go and try and get that car down into pit lane.
You probably don't know what this even means, but I'm a coon ass from Louisiana originally, so that we say like that's OUX is common down there, but we would pronounce that Galois in Louisiana. But that's surprised we didn't get a caution there. That was 3 or 4 cars. I know they didn't stop, but
yeah, I think if you throw them too early, I think you're going to give yourself you can throw yourself for everything. You've got to be aware of the situation. If the cars are blocking anything, then throw out a yellow. But if they're not, let's get it racing. Come on, we're
I agree.
Through.
To be honest, I'm surprised that we haven't had a few more cautions than we have already. These guys they're doing a good job because these conditions are brutally tough right now.
May, if you'd have joined us for some of the others that we've had this season already, and with the SK Modifieds, where we've had 13 cautions, and we've had 17 cautions as well, and the last 2 races at Stafford and obviously here kind of settled down a little bit. We only had, I think it was 1, 2, maybe 3 cautions at Stafford, and we've literally only had 2 here tonight. So it's been a lot cleaner than what it has been previously as well. It looks like that is that Gallo running on the inside again. Yeah. Did he go in? The problem is
no, I don't think he pitted yet. I think he's trying to hang on, hoping that something happened, caution come out or something. But he's trying to hang on, I guess. But I don't know what he's hanging on to at that speed.
Go into the pit lane. Not quite sure what.
He went in.
No, he hasn't.
No, he didn't go in.
Okay. Well, he says he went in at 45, but unless he's gone in and got some work done and then it's not fixed it all.
Yeah, he's a mess right now. He's going to go a lap down pretty quick here.
Yeah,
he's already 3 laps down, so.
Yeah, and they've got 0 fast repairs, so it depends on what he's done outside of that and how much work he's able to get done for Gallo on that one. But at the moment, Connolly was sitting in that second. His tyres slowly coming back to him with this group right the way down to Adam Jocelyn. And they're not separated by a lot whatsoever. So still some great racing to come. Just past the halfway point, Jim. 52 on the clock, 48 to go.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's going smoother than I thought. I have no idea what Gallo's doing. He's the last car on the track. If he pits right now, he might go a couple more laps down, but it's not going to hurt his position any. I'm not sure why he's riding around out there at that slow pace. Just go get it fixed. I mean, you're not going to lose any spots, and you'll be a lot faster for the rest of the race. I'm confused by that, but oh, there's a caution, baby. I guess it worked out for him.
Yeah, but why? Considering it looks like
it
wasn't him.
Oh, it's that. Yeah. Who's that there?
It's that anonymous 10 car that we can't work out.
Oh, is it?
I think, yeah. See if we can just find who that was up the road. I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. It wasn't Mingo. It wasn't Gooley. Okay.
No, that's a Valvoline car.
Who is that number 10 machine?
Right there.
That'll drive me crazy.
Yeah. Who?
Not Mingo, it's not Gooley. He's right in the middle, isn't he?
Yeah.
Whoever it was, Mingo gave him a right little shove.
Nathan Levitt? Possibly?
No, Levitt's in the 36. Strange. Not Sprague. Bridges is not in there. Rob Weymouth.
So what is his car numbered on the scoring? 91.
91.
Okay. All right.
It was Rob Weymouth was involved in that. Got a little bit of a help from Matt Mingo.
I'm glad we figured that out, because that would have been driving us crazy the rest of the race.
Yeah.
All right. So apparently we've
elusive number 10.
Yeah. All right. So we've had a string of pit stops here.
Yeah, Conover, Thompson, Mingo, Venon, Israelison, Dan DeSanto pitted, Tyler Connolly's pitted, Cole Watts has pitted, Pickles pitted, Gooley, Levitt, Ricker, and Treadwell. The only one who haven't is David Greenleaf and your leader, Adam Jocelyn. Jocelyn pitted on lap 34.
So I'm wondering if this Brian Conover got out ahead of everybody. And clearly he wasn't the first to go in the pits, so he must have done some sort of strategy, either no tires or 2 tires. A couple of those guys had to either no tires or 2.
Yeah, Israelison's gone 4 because his pit stop was 24 seconds.
Yeah, which that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and the others I would have thought have either got none or 2.
Yeah, which I think you can just about get 2 for free with the fueling. So that's probably what they do. They just take right side tires. All right, well, here we go.
Yeah, into the Geico restart zone once more, and it's green here as well this evening. Jocelyn out in front. The fear for Jocelyn is Conover, Thompson, Mingo, Venon, all going to come back through and run him over with their fresher tyres. It's 22.5s without it. A little bit of argy-bargy in the background. But keep an eye on some of this action further back.
Caution.
Nathan Levitt is gone round. Was he helped? Oh, he's on the run.
He
was.
Yeah, touched the wall, and then the Lowe's car got him.
Unfortunately, on that one, on lap 58.
Yeah, so let's see. Did anybody move up there? Any of our leaders sneak up a few spots there?
Tell you what, for Jocelyn, this is a bit of a lifeline if he was to go in now, because it's 20 laps older tyres.
Well,
Could have been an option for him to take the pit lane, take the pits while they're under caution.
yeah, no, he's made his mind up on a strategy, and he's going to stay out. I would say it's almost, I can't imagine him going into the pits right now. But maybe he's down there, but he did not. He doesn't look like he is. There goes your lucky dog. It's at the 47. That's the lucky dog there.
43, Justin Gallo.
43. Oh, Gallo. Okay, yeah. Well.
So it's just gone.
Apparently, he knew what he was doing last time when I criticized for staying out on the track.
Well, you're not wrong. He's still technically 3 laps down. So, technically you're still not wrong on that one. We're going to be bringing by about lap 95, guys. The poll will close for Christmas paints. If you can't remember what everybody's are, just let us know and we will take it through. Rick Thompson is there with the Coca-Cola Santa on the side. Then we've got Tyler Connolly's with the snow, the blue effect after.
That's a nice one too. That really is. That is
nice. That is. David Greenleaf, minimalistic, but at least he's got Christmas trees on it. So for that one, Matt Mingo was the other one in that chrome wrapped livery with Santa and snowmen. So let us know that are the 4 cars taking part in the Christmas liveries. As you can see, a poll is in chat as well. It's flicking backwards and forwards, but at the moment, Tyler Connolly is out in front on his Christmas paints. Oh, he's going to wait. You've got to wait coming out of that pit lane there, Levitt. You're going to come out right into everybody. Sit at the back and wait on that one. But Tyler Connolly is going to be sitting in there at the moment, leading the Christmas paint livery. So fair play to him.
I tell you what, Joey Israelson is sitting there right now, back in 5th place. We know he got 4 tires. I don't think anybody ahead of him had 4 tires. I wouldn't think so.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Jocelyn's got out in front again. Conover.
Oh, big crash right there.
Man, that is going to be cars for days.
Yeah, that was that was Mingo in there. Was that no, that was the Coca-Cola
Thompson. Yeah, I think Thompson was in there as well.
Oh, who's that? The 84. That last name's a struggle for me.
Watch Thompson in the middle, gets tapped from Israelson.
Sure did.
Bang into the 84. Around he goes.
Got bumped from behind too. So he went around. And does he get T-boned right here? He did get T-boned right there.
That was Matt Mingo, had nowhere to go. Apart from into the side. And
then Mingo gets rear-ended. Wow. And Israelson goes up and catches somebody up there.
There's a lot to decipher in that one. Let's see. We've got Rick Thompson, Jason Ricker, Justin Gallo, Roy Spragg, Matt Vermont, Israelson's in there. There was a few more also at the same time. This repair situation could take a lot of these out if they whack that wall pretty hard. No fast repairs, okay? So they don't get fast repairs.
My question is, Israelson didn't hit too hard except for when he got T-boned. Mm-hmm. That could have done him a little bit of damage that knocked his, car out of whack or something. Knocked his rear end over or something like that. They got track bars under the rear end of these cars, and a shot right like that'll bend that track bar and make that rear end slide over. The car will handle terrible if that's the case. So that'll be curious to see if he's going to come in and check it for damage, or if he's going to stay out.
Well, I can tell you half the field is in pit lane.
Yeah.
Half the field are in pit lane.
Interesting, Mingo did not pit.
Maybe he got away with it. There are times where they do get away with it.
Well, these little cars are built to bang around to some degree.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't think they've T-boning walls. I don't think that's
No.
a good idea.
But
Yeah,
Mingo
right.
only hit somebody in the rear end and then got tapped in the rear end. He didn't do any side slapping of the wall. So
Well, we're going to
he's
line up, and we're going to have 11. I think 11. No, we are, because we've got a couple of. I think Sprague's still running. Sprague is still running, and Weymouth is still running.
Israelison didn't go in the pits either.
And there's going to be a few more than 11, but I can tell you a lot of people.
Can you go in Israelison's car and let's see his steering wheel real quick? Oh, they're going green right here. Never mind.
Yeah, we've got a minute. Got a minute.
That's Thompson.
Well, he's not straight, but he's never going to be straight on an oval, is he? Let's be real.
Well, it depends. Yeah, it depends. So, it depends on what kind of steering offset you run. I like mountain history.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Conover, Weir, Watts, Connolly, DeSanto, Jocelyn. Conover got the jump at the front. What is going to be going on in behind him at the moment? And there you go. Conover has made the whole shot. Greenleaf got a big old slide on. That was DeSanto. Went up in the wall. Mingo's coming like
caution.
an absolute freight train. And Roy Sprague has gone round.
Golly. Yeah, these cars are so loose right now. Every one of these cars.
Oh, Israelison was in there again.
Yeah.
I don't think he was responsible for it.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'd like to see another shot of that if we could, but I don't think he was responsible for that. I think he was Sprague started to slide, and Israelison just got in the back of him.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, he was already, he was already sliding.
Yeah.
I think that was the problem, wasn't it? Once you're already going, and I think what's worse is he's down as well. He's a few laps down. Sprague on that one. So, you know.
Well, a lot of these short track series will move the lap down cars to the back so that doesn't happen.
That was Jason Ricker getting his wave around.
Good thing that pace car is holographic because he just drove right through it. Yeah, a lot of these short track series will move the lap cars back just to avoid the leaders, getting tied up in something like that. But yeah, I don't think that hurt. I don't think that hurt his car any more than it's already been hurt. So
yeah. Still.
I was trying to see if he moved up, if he was moving up or down right there, because I'm still not convinced that he doesn't have damage from that big wreck.
We've got 15 out of track at the moment. We've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the pits, but Ed Connolly's been in the pits for 33 minutes on that one.
Yeah,
I'm not really quite sure why you would carry on being 33 minutes away. In pit lane, I'd probably be sat down with a cup of tea by now.
Well, he might be. He might just have his car sitting there so he can stay in the session and watch. And he's,
But that's why they've got a broadcast, you see. You come and join us.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
Come and join us, and you watch it under the watchful, beautiful eyes of us.
Yes. Well, in sessions that I run that I don't have the wonderful, beautiful eyes of us, I will sit in my car if I'm out of the race sometimes, just to stay, in everything, because it's all, he's probably in the Discord chatting with his buddies or whatever, But yeah, that's the only thing I can explain. I certainly wouldn't be thinking about going back out,
No, if you're in for 33 minutes, you might as well give up. You're down a long way.
You're not going to make up any positions. I'm only 64 laps down now.
Sprague's 20, and Weymouth's down as well. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your hats. It's going to be green, green, green. Here comes the cars into the Geico restart zone. Conover again. Do you know the problem with that start? Look at Israelison's hugging the wall, not on purpose. I think between him, Mingo, and Thompson, they were kind of making a little up into the wall for Israelison there as well. You can see Thompson purposely come up to force him on the outside.
Right in front of-
man.
Right in front of Israelison again, and not his fault. Oh, man.
There was more than that.
Yeah, there was more carnage in there than what we just saw.
I think Danny Weir had a moment as well. I was.
Doink. Oh, big time. Oh, that's a big punt right there. Oh, that the mystical 10 car got into somebody pretty good.
Yeah, you can't really call that Rick. So I think, but the main wreck, I think Thompson goes in way hotter.
Yeah, he did.
And Israelison goes up into the wall, and then unfortunately we might have to pin that on Thompson for this one.
It looked like he was hot going in there based on.
Oh mate, he was going in faster than Concorde. Let's be real about it. You know what I mean? There was no. It wasn't. Hold on, I'm stopping situation. You know what I mean?
He was in there faster than a fat guy into a box of chicken.
Exactly. And look at that. Bang. He gets lifted as well. Round he goes on board with Jocelyn, who was the one who put Weir in. So there was Thompson, DeSanto, Weir, Watts, Weymouth, all involved in that. Gallo again has gone into pit lane. Weymouth's gone into pit lane. Israelison's in pit lane. There was quite a few.
We're going to be down here to about 10 cars on the lead lap here before long.
I don't think we're going to be at that, to be honest.
Right now, currently, it looks like there's 11, but Treadwell's in the pits.
There's going to be definitely a few right the way down on this one lap. We've got 25 to go, so we're on lap 75 here.
So Israelison went into the pit. Now he's a lap down. I still think if you watch his car, you and I were talking about it when the wreck occurred. His car was pulling up to the wall. It wasn't intentional. You know, his car was pulling up to the wall. I think he had damage from way earlier, and he realized he just couldn't get around with it. You know, not and be competitive. So at this point, you get your car fixed, and hopefully you go out there and maybe you get back on the lead lap if you're lucky. But all with the cautions we're having, you know, that's entirely possible. So that's unfortunate. He was fast. He had a really fast car tonight, but that's short track racing.
Yeah, it definitely is. I can vouch for that one. I do love a good short track. Martinsville's still my favourite circuit.
I love Martinsville now. That's fun. That's a fun track. The old paperclip, they call it.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, into the go restart zone with 24 to go. It's green. Conover again, taking the whole shot at the beginning. Somebody else in pit lane. That was Treadwell going in. Conover, Watts, Connolly, Greenleaf, Jocelyn, all in this pack, and they are Jocelyn as well for position. Jocelyn's trying to go up the inside of the out. That is Greenleaf on the outside there. He's got to be a little bit smart about it. Needs to be a little bit careful there, I think, Jim, on that one.
Oh. Yeah, he almost got into the back corner of the 11 car.
Still running.
It's okay. Yeah, this is, man, I tell you what, this is some crazy racing right now, man. These cars are so loose, and these guys are fighting it out. Look at every time they come off, these cars are twitching all over the place.
Yeah, Connolly's on board with Tyler Connolly now. That is Jason Ricker.
Look at that.
On the inside of us. Wiggle.
You see, he's got that car. He had that steering wheel turn like he was racing dirt. He was corrected so much for that skid through there. He had the steering wheel turn like you're running on a dirt track. Watch him. He came out of that last turn and he had that steering wheel pointed to the right. Yep, a little bit there too. He's fighting it. That car's loose.
Oh!
Is that Was that Thompson again? No. Was it? That caused that?
No.
No, okay.
Gallo's giving himself an issue.
Yeah. I don't think his car's, oh yeah, just standard loose and into the
wall, but Danny Weir, Adam Jocelyn, Brian Conover with the last 18 laps here. Gooley's been in pit lane, is back out on the circuit. He's a good 10, 14 laps. I think he's got him at 14 laps down for Gooley. They're coming now into the final part of this race. Conover. Then we've got Adam Jocelyn, Danny Weir, Tyler Connolly, Jason Ricker, Cole Watts, and David Greenleaf are in the top 7. Thompson, DeSanto, and Mingo 10 on the lead lap. And that could change considering how a bit frantic it's been.
So something I took notice of the top 5 cars, Jocelyn and Ricker have 10 lap fresher tires. Don't know if that's going to matter or not, but it could.
Yeah, he's got to move on. The thing is, to make them work, he's got to be able to clear what's in front of him. And at the moment, if he can't clear Conover, it really doesn't matter. He can be on 3 lap tyres. You know, if you can't get past him at a circuit, as we know, is very, very tight and very, very difficult to get past, like Richmond. I think the thing is, he's got to play it by ear. And that's Mingo in front of us is just about to be lapped. So we could end up with 9 cars on the lead lap here, depending on what Mingo does. He's trying to run. I think that's the thing. He's trying to run away, but at the moment, he's kind of not escaping any further up the road than he is here, apart from giving Conover a little bit of draft to pull him away from Jocelyn. It's not a gap that we really need to sort of talk about. Blink, you miss it almost here, Jim.
Ooh. Well, that's definitely a blink you miss it, considering he's about a tenth or 2 behind him for most of the lap. Now, I think what at this point, what Jocelyn is waiting for is for Conover's tires to slide up just a little bit, and maybe he's got a little more bite with his tires that can turn underneath him and get down there and make a move on him. But right now, Conover is hugging that bottom line and doing a good job. And as long as he stays on that bottom line, and I tell you, his car is not, he looks solid right now. I mean, that car's not twitching around as much as a little bit there, but I said it and I jinxed it. Talk about, I was looking at something earlier today, a reel you had put out about the commentator's curse. I might have did it to him right there.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to, but he sure did. That was exactly what Jocelyn was waiting for.
Yeah, Jocelyn's now out in front of Conover. Jocelyn took a victory at Stafford.
And a caution. Well, that caution just saved Mingo's hide. He was about to go a lap down, but he stayed on the lead lap.
Oh, bro. Ow.
Oh, my goodness.
He was already sliding into that wall.
Yeah, that was Nathan Levitt.
Yeah, already sliding into the wall. Mingo may have just survived being lapped. I can tell you that much because he was close. But
he was close.
Yeah, slow it down. There's the pace truck. In he goes through the car. Why can't they make that solid? You know what I mean?
That'd be funny.
Make it solid.
Yeah,
and anybody
just ran right over it.
Yeah. Make it solid, and if anybody hits it, they get a 5-place grid penalty or a 5-place drop or something, or an EOL. That would be cool. So many people would go out and spin the pace car, though, wouldn't they?
Well, another one you haven't seen is many drivers through the years, like old retired drivers will drive the pace car sometimes at NASCAR events. And so one of their buddies will come up behind them and start bumping the pace car if they're in the front when the pace car's out, they go up and start bumping the pace car. And finally, NASCAR started issuing a penalty for that, I believe. But yeah, they used to always go up and do that. Go up and bump the pace car.
Still not as much fun as stealing a
No,
safety
not,
car.
not near as much.
Still not as much fun as stealing a safety car at Dega. Let's be real about it. I think everybody
No.
can vouch for that one. I'm not saying I'd go out and steal a safety car. I'm just saying it sounds fun.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, there's probably a point in my life that I was drunk enough to do that.
Oh, I'm not saying that. That's probably probably something stupid. Was one of the reasons I gave up drinking altogether.
Right. Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah, it was probably something stupid that I gave up drinking and to, and haven't touched a drop in ages. I think I had 2 beers while I was away on holiday, and that was about it. I didn't. After that, it was like nope.
So earlier this last month, I did a race with Biggles, and it was one of the triple bypass races, and they had a watermelon crawl 200 was the name of the race. And so Biggles said something about a watermelon or something, and I said, "You don't know what the watermelon crawl is, do you?" And he's like, "No, I have no idea." So watermelon crawl back in the South is when they make watermelon moonshine. And you drink enough of that moonshine that you can't walk, you got to crawl home. So it's called the watermelon crawl.
Oh, okay.
And that was the name of the race, the Watermelon Crawl 200. Biggles said he was going to go attempt to find him some watermelon moonshine.
Wouldn't surprise me. He'll have a go. Whether or not you can find it, that's a different story altogether. Right, as we're getting up and running, we've got 6 to go. The poll is going to end now for the liveries. And that is the poll ended, and it looks like Tyler Connolly has won the best Christmas livery. So fair play to Tyler. Hold on to your hat. There's Barney waving. 6 to go. Green flag dropped once more. And Jocelyn is there alongside Conover. Weir's in there as well. Tyler Connolly is there. Can he make it a double, win the livery, win the race? Well, he's on the outside line at the moment. He's going to be pushed. Oh, man. Danny Weir pushed him. That's not the word there. Cole Watts in there. In behind that, in that green and black machine. It's getting a little bit spicy as well. In and around Conover and Jocelyn. Coming on to the final four, Jim.
I mean, I'm shocked. This is great racing. These two up here in the front, but Weir is back in 3rd place, and he was involved in a single car accident, or an accident, just not that many laps ago. And he's back up in 3rd place. Man, he's running good. If that car's that strong, what's he going to do here in the next 3 laps? He might try to make a run.
Let's see, Adam, Jocelyn, Conover, Weir. Final 3 to go. We're going to have 2 to go this time around. Coming in for the white flag lap this time.
Jocelyn's got those good tires. They're 10 laps fresher. At this point in the run, I don't know how much of a difference that makes, but he looks very strong up there in the front.
Jocelyn over, taking the white flag this time around. No more cautions now. It doesn't really matter what happens. It's a white flag lap. It's the end of the race. It's Adam Jocelyn, Brian Conover, Danny Weir looking like the 3 that's going to take this as well. Rick Thompson Jr. just looks like he's had an accident just after the white flag come out. But it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Jocelyn takes the win here at Richmond. Covers 100 laps. Done for Adam Jocelyn. Conover and Weir taking 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's Adam Jocelyn had a nice run there. He sure did. That was a good run for him.
Conover in 3rd, Danny Weir, Conover in 2nd, Danny Weir in 3rd place. Great job from these guys. We'll bring you up the results very, very shortly as everybody's going to come over the line and done and dusted. But I think we can safely say that was somewhat of a bit of a mixed bag of racing from these guys celebrating Donuts from Adam Jocelyn. Around and around and around he goes. But ladies and gentlemen, here are the results. Adam Jocelyn is your win over Brian Conover in second. Danny Weir in third. Then you got Tyler Connolly, your winner of the Christmas liveries, in fourth. Cole Watts, Dan DeSanto, Matt Mingo, Brian Treadwell, and Rick Thompson, with David Greenleaf just on the first man a lap down in 10th. Then Justin Gallo, Jason Richter, Nathan Levitt, Dustin Pickle, Gabriel Goli, Joey Israelison, Roy Spragg, and Matthew Vernon, 37 laps down. These are obviously all the people that have not finished. Rob Weymouth, Owen Bridges, Ed Connolly, Thomas Brackett, and of course we know Chris does not race on that one, but a great job from Mr. Adam Jocelyn, who we are going to welcome into the booth now as well. Adam, welcome in.
Hey, what's going on, JP?
Yeah, how are you, dude? 2 out of 2.
Yeah, 2 out of 2. I like this track. It's one of my favorite ones.
You think? They did that well, did you? Was looking a little bit rough at times out there, though. The thing is, we had that nice, clean drive, didn't we? And then all of a sudden, we had that kind of rush of cautions from lap 58, 63, 69, 73. It did get a little bit hairy in the middle.
It did. We only had about 70 laps of fuel to begin with, so we kept. My thought was, if I pit around lap 30, I didn't have Joey's speed. If I pit around lap 30, I'll have enough. Take some gas. I'll have enough. If it goes green, all those guys have to pit on the green. And I'll be fine. Well, we didn't, unlike about lap 50, and then I didn't take tires on the first time I pit, and then they kept crashing, and I was like, well, if we go 10 green flag laps, I'll take tires, but we had enough cautions, or I wasn't gonna have enough laps to make it work anyway. So I pit after that huge crash, took my tires, and we had a battle.
You did as well, and that's the thing. You weren't near the front after your pit lane. You had 5 cars there as well. We talk about Richmond, and we talk about it's a tough track, and people just think it's like anything with Europeans, mate. To be honest, you just go fast, turn left, right? That's it. But when you're on short tracks like this, how difficult is it? Because a lot of the time you are overcorrected, and the cars, dude, they look like Bambi on ice tonight. Some of them were horrendously slidey.
Yeah, here it's big for a short track for these things, but you just got to be on the brake at about 25% for a really long time until about the center of the corner. And then you're just rolling into the gas until it grips up. It takes a while. You're not full throttle until you're pretty much off the corner. You just got to keep the rear end from sliding.
Yeah, and that is very, very difficult indeed as well on that one. But Adam, anyone you want to shout out before we let you go, bud?
Good job to my teammate Brian there. Finished second. I thought he had a chance of winning that. When I was on old tires, I thought he was going to have a good shot at it. Thank you, Evan Broyer, for sponsoring us both, and Nitro Designs, Oxford County Homes, Derek Nealand and Nealand Cleaned, and Proline Floors, and Chris for putting on the league.
Awesome job. All right, man. Well, take care, bud, and look forward to seeing you next time out. Can you make it 3 out of 3?
We'll see. I'm not in it for points this year. I'm going to miss a race, so I'm just trying to get wins right now.
Yeah, 3. Why not? Just go for the win. Adam, take care, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, and next up, as we've just heard, is Mr. Jocelyn's teammate, Brian Conover, finished in second. Happy? Disappointed? Let's find out. Brian, welcome in, bud.
I'm actually very happy I finished second tonight.
I'd
love to see Adam get that win.
You're happier than some of them who didn't even get across the line. So,
I see that.
I mean, there was a good few retirements. We talk about retirements and we have a laugh and a joke about it, but there was some couple of hairy moments that yourselves managed to avoid. Just how lucky were you at times? Because it did get hairy around 46 up to 63. And there was a lot of argy-bargy going on.
There sure was. I noticed Connolly and somebody else, I think it was Danny Ware, who got together. I was able to squeeze underneath on the apron, so I was able to miss that. But I did get an incident point from that. I did make contact my right front. Had about 11 seconds of damage, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, avoiding the wrecks tonight was a big key of survival, pretty much.
Yeah. How is it out there in Richmond for you? Do you enjoy Richmond?
I do enjoy Richmond, not particularly with the short track cars, more like the NASCAR type track combo, but it's not bad. I had
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, I think that's the thing. As long as you enjoy it, I think that's the main point of it, isn't it? I think you've got to sit back and enjoy what you're racing, and to be fair, you all look like you're having a great time out there, all bumping and grinding, and if gap car kind of scenario as well. Where is it for you going forward, Brian? You know, Adam says, I'm not really in it for points, I'm in it for wins. Is that kind of your philosophy?
Well, this year I just want to finish relatively good every week, like top fives, top tens every week. Yes, I'm here for points. I think I'm the points leader now, but um, I am racing for wins, but mostly just good finishes and keeping my car clean.
And don't forget, sir, you can win a championship and you don't even have to win a race.
Exactly.
Exactly. Brian, thank you very much for coming in and having a chat with me, buddy. It's been an honor and a privilege, as it always is. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Yeah, I'd love to shout out the winner, Adam Joslin, for winning tonight. Nitro Designs, Evan Bellew, and my parents and everyone who showed up to watch tonight.
Awesome job. Thank you very much, dear sir. Been a pleasure. And look forward to seeing you next time out.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah, Kevin. There you go as well. LJ, good race, great commentary. See you next time. After race interviews too. Awesome. LJ, that's what we do here, sir. It's what we do. This is our job, to bring you the best entertainment and the best show that you could possibly have here as well. Let's not forget, you've just watched and sat here for over an hour watching virtual cars go round the racetrack, LJ. We must be doing something right if we brought you up that amount of entertainment to sit here for that amount of time. I was hoping to get an interview with Mr. Tyler Connolly, but unfortunately we didn't get one. So there we go. But Jim, great racing at Richmond.
Yeah, always. I mean, this just track produces great racing. And the series is a fun series, man. What I love about this series is the fact that they race a variety of short track type cars, the modifieds, the late models, even legends cars. This is the kind of series that rewards diversity, a guy who can jump in anything and go fast. And you know, personally, I like to race a lot of different cars, so I think that that's really cool, and I like to see this series the way they're set up for that, and I think that's really neat.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, we are going to take a Christmas break here as well, right up until the January the 9th, where we go to the Street Stock Special, 100 laps of USA International. Wow.
A hundred laps in a street stock at USA is gonna be brutal.
Oh, dude, I do not want to be
Oh
around
my
that one.
goodness.
I'm just hoping that the cautions count will carry over on that one, because it's going to be absolutely epic. But guys, that's going to wrap it up for us here on the JPB YouTube channel as well. LJ Lowell, thanks so much, buddy, for joining us and joining in. It's been fun having you in chat there as well. But that's going to wrap it up. I'm going to go off to bed. Jim's going to go and get some dinner. And as always, guys, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, might see you on the track sometime. Good night.